The sun hangs low over the turquoise water, glinting off the polished rails of my 38-foot yacht, Drifter. I stand at the bow, wind whipping my hair, the salty spray kissing my face. 5 years ago, my own family erased me like I was dead. No calls, no texts, nothing. And now? They show up with suitcases, begging for $52,000 to bail out my brother's failing business. I look them dead in the eye and say one word, no. And what happens next? Their entire world collapses. This is my story of betrayal, grit, and the sweetest revenge you'll ever hear. If you've ever been stabbed in the back by the people who were supposed to love you most, and you've dreamed of the day they'd regret it, this one's for you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your own family drama in the comments. You're not gonna want to miss a second of this. My name is Kayla Reynolds. I'm 29 now. But 5 years ago, I was standing in my parents' cramped kitchen in Grand Rapids, Michigan, flipping burgers that hissed and popped too loud in the pan. The air was thick with grease and tension. My dad was glued to the TV, grunting at every pitch in the baseball game, his beer sweating on the table. My mom fluttered around like a ghost, setting plates with mechanical precision. And my brother, Brandon? He was sprawled in his chair, bragging about his shiny new online toy store pulling in $2,000 that day. I could barely hear myself think over the noise, but I cleared my throat anyway. My heart was pounding. I got the promotion, I said, voice steady despite the knot in my stomach. Senior coordinator. They're sending me to Key West. You could have heard a pin drop. Brandon didn't even look up from his phone, thumb scrolling through orders. My dad muttered, pass the ketchup, like I'd said nothing at all. My mom finally glanced over, but only to snap, Kayla, Brandon needs quiet for his live stream. My chest burned. That's it? I thought, gripping the spatula so hard my knuckles went white. All those late nights studying, clawing my way up at work, and this was what I got? Nothing. Not even a glance. That night, my Aunt Valerie found me in the hallway, her eyes soft but sharp. She pulled me close, her voice low. They'll never see you, kid. Not the way you deserve. Build your own life. Her words hit me like a freight train, harder than any scream or slap ever could. I didn't sleep. By 4 a.m., I'd packed one duffel bag, left my house key on the counter, and slipped out into the pre-dawn chill. No note. No texts. No calls. I was done. By morning, I checked my phone one last time. Mom, Dad, Brandon, gone from my contacts. They deleted me. Just like that. If your family ever wrote you off like you were dead, you know that gut punch feeling. Hit subscribe right now, because when my aunt posted one photo of me on this yacht, my dad messaged me for the first time in 5 years. And what he wanted? Oh, you're not ready for this. 3 months later, I'm on a one-way flight to Key West, one bag slung over my shoulder, $200 crumpled in my pocket. The plane lands, and the humid air slaps me in the face, thick with salt and possibility. My heart's racing, but there's this spark, too. This is my shot. The airport shuttle drops me at a rundown motel off Duval Street, neon signs flickering, the smell of fried food and ocean mixing in the air. I pay cash for a week, no ID, no questions. I'm nobody here, and for the first time, that feels like freedom. First job comes from a crumpled flyer at the marina, deckhand needed. $10 an hour, no experience. I show up at dawn. The dock's alive with clanging ropes and diesel fumes. My hands blister hauling ice chests, scrubbing decks until my back screams. The boss, Pete, a grizzled guy with a salt and pepper beard, tosses me a faded company shirt. You start now. I nod, sweat stinging my eyes, and get to work. I rent a studio above a dive bar, the walls vibrating with live music every night, bass thumping through my mattress. My phone stays silent. No missed calls, no group chat pings. I check once a week out of habit, then stop altogether. One night, I scroll my contacts and see it, Mom, Dad, Brandon, gone. They did this. My throat tightens, but I swallow it down. I'm not going back. Weeks blur into months. I learn the boats, the schedules, which captains tip in cold beer and which don't tip at all. My hands toughen, calluses forming like armor. Then, a promotion, logistics assistant, tracking fuel deliveries, crew rotations. My first direct deposit paycheck hits, and I stare at the screen. 4 figures. 4 figures. I buy a used scooter, the wind whipping my face as I zip to the marina, parking it outside the office like I belong. Aunt Valerie texts every Sunday, like clockwork, still breathing? At first, I reply with one word, yes. Then, got a raise. She never asks for details, never mentions the family. Just, proud of you, kid. Keep going. Her messages are the only notifications that don't feel like chains. I avoid social media like the plague, but one night, I log into an old account to grab some photos. Brandon's profile pops up in suggestions. His toy store page is a circus, flashy banners, sold-out drops, celebrity shout-outs. Mom's commenting, my genius son. Dad's got a photo, arms around pallets of inventory in Brandon's warehouse. No trace of me. Not one. I slam the laptop shut, delete the app, my blood boiling. They're living like I never existed. Winter in Key West is mild, the air warm and sticky. I moved to a one-bedroom near the harbor, cheap but with a window facing the water, waves glinting under the moon. Work gets heavier, coordinating multi-boat charters, negotiating supplier contracts. Pete calls me in one day, hands me a clipboard and a radio. You run the show now, coordinator. I'm scheduling dawn departures, chasing down late crews, balancing spreadsheets until midnight, the glow of my laptop the only light in the room. Valerie's texts evolve, heard you're killing it. I send a photo of my new badge. She replies with a thumbs up and, they don't deserve to know. No lectures, no guilt, just fuel for my fire. 1 year in, I open a savings account labeled Boat Fund. Every extra dollar goes in. After shifts, I walk the docks, eyeing vessels for sale, memorizing market prices, hull conditions, engine hours. The dream sharpens, a boat I can live on, own outright. Holidays pass unmarked. My birthday comes and goes, no card, no call. I celebrate with Pete and the crew, tossing back rum shots at a waterfront bar, the ocean breeze cooling my skin. Someone asks about my parents. I shrug, long story. They don't push. Valerie checks in after a storm, power out across the island. I tell her the marina's fine. She sends a voice note, you built something solid. Hold on to it. I save it, play it when doubt creeps in, her voice steadying me. Year 2, I'm managing the entire logistics team. My pay doubles. I lease a slip for a small rental skiff, practice docking, study captain's courses online late into the night. The ocean stops feeling like a stranger. It starts feeling like home. Valerie's messages stay steady, saw a yacht listing. Thought of you. I reply, halfway to down payment. The silence from Michigan hardens into fact, they moved on. So did I. But every Sunday, her text lands, still breathing? And I answer stronger each time. Year 3, I'm in the marina office, heart pounding as the broker slides the contract across the desk. A 38-foot yacht, twin diesels, priced low after hurricane repairs. I initial every page, wire the down payment from my boat fund. The keys hit my palm, cool and heavy. She's yours, Ms. Reynolds. I rename her Drifter on the spot, stenciling the letters myself that afternoon, paint under my nails. The next morning, Pete calls me in. Fleet's expanding. Need a director. You're it. Fleet Operations Director. Salary jumps 30%, bonuses tied to charter revenue. I hire 2 assistants, overhaul scheduling software, cut idle time in half. Profits roll in like the tide. I upgrade to a dockside condo with a private slip for Drifter. Insurance renewal brings Mason Cole, a sharp guy in a crisp shirt, his Labrador Rusty trotting beside him. Policy audit, he says, shaking my hand firm. We tour Drifter deck by deck, his finger pointing out coverage gaps, suggesting liability and storm surge add-ons. I sign on the spot. Smart investment, he nods. His card reads, Cole Financial Law, Marine Assets. Turns out, he's Valerie's nephew, though he doesn't say it. I file that away. My first weekend with Drifter, I motor out to the reef alone. The anchor drops with a splash, the engine cuts, and silence wraps around me like a blanket. I crack a beer, the cold bottle sweating in my hand, and toast the horizon. No one to report to. No favors to grant. Just me in the water, the sun sinking into the sea. Mason emails follow-ups, tax deductions, depreciation schedules. I ask about LLC setup. He offers a free consult. We meet at a coffee shack by the docks, Rusty greeting my dog Luna like old friends. He sketches on a napkin, shield personal assets. Keep the yacht in the company name. I take notes, implement every suggestion. Valerie's texts shift after Mason mentions me. You're asking smart questions. Next Sunday, she adds, mind if I swing by? I send the marina address. 2 weeks later, she pulls up in a rental convertible, hugging me tight on the pier. Look at you, Captain. We board Drifter. She runs her hand along the rail, eyes gleaming. They'd choke if they saw this. I show her the galley, the berth I converted into an office. She listens to my promotion details, eyes wide. You earned every inch. No pity, just pride. We grill fish on the deck, the sizzle mixing with laughter, talking until the stars blanket the sky. She leaves promising to return soon. Mason becomes a regular. Quarterly reviews turn into strategy sessions. He flags a charter company acquisition, I counter with fleet expansion plans. We close deals over takeout in Drifter's cockpit, Rusty and Luna chasing gulls along the dock. Valerie visits monthly now, arms full of groceries, insisting on cooking dinner. Someone's gotta feed you properly. We cruise to sandbars, drop anchor, float in crystal water. She shares old stories, skips the family drama. Focus forward, she says every time workload doubles. I oversee 10 vessels, negotiate fuel contracts, train captains on new protocols. Bonuses stack like cordwood. Drifter gets upgrades, solar panels, satellite internet. I live aboard half the week, condo the rest. Mason drafts trusts to protect my equity. Build walls they can't climb, he says. I nod, signing where he marks. One Saturday, Valerie pulls up with a cooler, sunglasses perched on her head. Lunch on me? She boards Drifter like she owns the place. I pop open the cooler, fresh lobster rolls, the scent of garlic aioli mixing with salt air. We eat in easy silence at first, waves lapping the hull. She wipes her hands. Walk me around. I show her the updated helm electronics, custom cushions, the berth office with dual monitors for fleet tracking. She nods at every upgrade. You turned this into a command center. At the bow, she stops. Stand there. I pose, hands in pockets, squinting in the sun. She snaps shots, then backs up, capturing Drifter's full length with me centered. Iconic. I laugh. For what? My eyes only, she lies, already typing. She shows me the post before hitting send, me on the boat, caption reading, my niece Kayla Reynolds did what no one thought possible. Owns her own yacht now. Built it all herself. I grab for the phone. Valerie, no. Too late. Published. Likes pour in from her circle, stunner. Queen. I pace the deck, heart racing. The family group sees everything you post. She shrugs. Exactly. We sit again. She fixes me with a look. You've come so far, kid. Director, yacht paid off, life on your terms. They're gonna come sniffing now. I cross my arms. Let them. Her voice sharpens. No. Keep the walls high. 5 years they acted like you were dead. One picture doesn't erase that. Her phone buzzes nonstop. She glances, smirks. Cousin Jenny, is that Kayla? I peek, comments flooding. She looks rich. How? Valerie pockets the phone. See? Envy already. You deserve every jealous word. She raises her water bottle. To staying untouchable. We take Drifter out for an hour, cruising past marker buoys. I let her take the wheel, she whoops as we plane across the water. This beats Michigan traffic. Docking, she hugs me fierce. Call anytime. And don't you dare soften if they reach out. Monday, the post has 300 shares. Valerie forwards screenshots nonstop, aunts whispering, uncles speculating. Never knew she had it in her. Must be lonely down there. Tuesday, dad likes it silently, no message. Mom comments, beautiful boat. Valerie texts, mom's fishing. Wednesday, Brandon messages Valerie direct, tell me that's photoshopped. Her reply, nope. Real as it gets. I read it at lunch, fork frozen midway to my mouth. Mason notices my face. Family drama? I show him. He chuckles. Classic. Thursday, the post hits 1,000 interactions. Valerie calls during my afternoon meeting, I step out. They're losing it up there, she whispers. Dad asked for your number. My pulse jumps. What did you say? You'll call if you want to. Silence on my end. She fills it. Proud doesn't cover it, Kayla. You're living proof they were wrong. Friday, more probes. A cousin asks Valerie how much my single yacht life costs. She shuts it down, none of your business. Over the weekend, Valerie drives down unannounced, steaks in hand. We grill on deck, the sizzle of meat mixing with salt air. Heard the whispers, she asks, flipping a steak. I nod. They're painting you as the villain who vanished. She plates dinner. Good villains win. Just remember why you left. They chose Brandon's failures over your wins every time. I chew slow. What if dad calls? Hang up. Simple. Her praise flows easy that night. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. That scares them most. Sunday, her text, post at 1.2K. Still holding the line. Monday, week 2, the family group chat explodes. Valerie sends screenshots, Mom, we should reach out to Kayla. Dad, yeah. Brandon, if she has money to spare. Valerie's note, there it is. I stare at the screen for 10 minutes, then delete the thread. She visits end of month, arms full of groceries. Saw that last one. I nod. Keep distance. She unpacks, repeating, you've got the power now. Over coffee, she toasts again, to the niece who outgrew her cage. Monday morning, my phone vibrates off the nightstand. Unknown number. Text preview, Kayla, it's Dad. My heart stops. I sit up, the full message loading, saw the picture on Facebook. You're alive. We need to talk. Call me. I don't. I screenshot, forward to Valerie. She replies instantly, block him. My thumb hovers, shaking. Another buzz. Same number, your mom and I are worried. 5 years is a long time. I stand, pacing the cabin, Luna whining at my feet. Third text, Brandon saw too. He's shocked. Valerie calls. Don't engage yet. I answer on speaker. He used "we" like nothing happened. She snorts. Classic. Let them stew. I mute notifications, head to the office, my mind a storm. Mid-morning, an email from Dad, tried calling. Answer your father. Attached, a flight itinerary. Departure Grand Rapids tomorrow, arrival Key West Wednesday afternoon. 3 tickets, Dad, Mom, Brandon. I forward to Mason. He responds, harassment potential. Document everything. Lunch break, Valerie texts more chat screenshots, Mom booking a hotel near the marina. Brandon, can't wait to see that boat up close. I call Valerie back, voice tight. They're coming. I know, she says. Saw the post explode again. Your dad's profile pic is still him with Brandon's inventory. The afternoon meeting drags, my phone on silent but burning in my pocket. I check anyway, voicemail from Dad, Kayla, pick up. We're family. I delete it without listening. Mason swings by the dock after work, Rusty bounding aboard. Legal angle, no trespass if you invite. Revoke access now. I nod, drafting a text, do not come. Not welcome. I don't send it yet. Evening, Brandon messages from an old number I never blocked. Sis, that yacht real? Dad says we're visiting. Cool if we crash there. I show Valerie via video call. She laughs so hard she snorts. Crash on your property? Exactly. Night falls, another email, hotel confirmation near my slip. Dad's note, see you soon, kiddo. I pace the deck, Luna trailing, the wood creaking under my feet. Valerie texts, stand firm. They want something. Tuesday dawn, I block Dad's number. Immediate bounce back email, number changed. Fine. See you tomorrow. Mason reviews the itinerary, rental car booked, too. They're committed. Midday, Mom tries my old email, honey, we miss you. Let's reunite. I archive it. Valerie forwards more chat, Brandon betting I owe us for disappearing. The office buzzes with my distraction. Pete asks if I'm okay. Family stuff, I mutter, afternoon, final confirmation, airline texts to Dad's phone, forwarded somehow. Flight on time. Valerie calls that evening. Wheels up tomorrow. You ready? As I'll ever be. I secure Drifter's lines extra tight, lock the cabin, post a sign at the gangway, private vessel. No unauthorized entry. Mason drops off paperwork, a trespass notice template. Serve if needed. That night, one last text from an unknown number, landing 2 p.m. meet at airport. I ignore it, my stomach in knots but my resolve iron. Wednesday morning, I'm glued to the flight tracker, the plane's icon inching closer on my phone screen. Valerie texts, breathe. You control the gate. They land. Wednesday afternoon, there they are at the dock, dragging suitcases, the sun glaring off the water. Dad waves like we're old pals. Kayla, there she is. Mom clutches her purse, eyes darting to Drifter, wide with greed. Brandon drags a roller bag, grinning too wide, like he's already counting my money. I stand at the gangway, arms crossed, feet planted. What are you doing here? Dad steps forward, all fake cheer. We flew in to see you. Family reunion. He tries to board. I block him, voice like steel. Private property. State your business. Mom pipes up, fanning herself. Honey, let us on. It's hot out here. Brandon nods. Yeah, sis, show us the yacht. I don't budge. Answer first. Dad sighs, like I'm the difficult one. Fine. We saw the photo. Impressive. Now move. I step aside but warn, touch nothing. They file aboard. The deck creaking under their weight, Dad whistles at the helm, running his hand over the controls. Mom plops on a cushion, eyeing the setup. Brandon snaps selfies, grinning like a kid. This is sick. I lean against the rail, arms still crossed. Cut the tour. Why the visit? Dad turns, finally facing me. Straight talk. Brandon's in trouble. Brandon jumps in, voice whining. My toy store, suppliers demand payment up front now. $52,000, or they pull inventory. Mom adds, eyes tearing up on cue, we thought you could help. You're doing well. Dad nods, laying it on thick. Loan the kid the money. Family helps family. I stare, my blood turning to ice. You ignored me for half a decade. Now I'm a bank. Brandon pleads, stepping closer. Come on, Kayla, I built that business from nothing. One bad quarter. Mom's tears flow now. He's your brother. Think of the stress. Dad's voice hardens. We raised you better than to abandon blood. Your success came from our support early on. I laugh, sharp and bitter, the sound cutting through the air. Support? You deleted my number the day I left. Mom dabs her eyes. We were hurt. You vanished without a goodbye. Brandon sneers, selfish move, honestly. Dad waves it off. Water under the bridge. Help now. Prove you're still a Reynolds. I point to the gangway. Off my boat. Now. They freeze. Mom gasps, you'd let your brother fail? Brandon scoffs, $52,000 is pocket change here. Look at the setup. Dad growls, ungrateful after everything. Mom stands, voice trembling. I prayed for this reunion. Don't turn us away. Brandon pulls out his phone. Fine, I'll crowdfund it. Tag you as sponsor. I snatch the phone, my grip like a vice. Try me. Dad softens, fake sincerity dripping. Kayla, please. For old times. Mom clutches her purse. Remember holidays? We were close once. I hand the phone back, voice cold. Those ended when you chose his dreams over mine every time. Brandon snaps, jealous much? I took risks. Dad cuts in, he needs this bailout. You don't. Mom's voice rises, guilt heavy. If Brandon loses the company, it's on you. I open the gate. Leave or I call security. Dad grabs his suitcase, face red. You'll regret this. Mom spits, cold heart. Brandon's last shot, karma's real, sis. They shuffle off, the gangway creaking. Dad turns back. Last chance. Wire the money tonight. I slam the gate shut, the clang echoing. Luna barks once, sharp and final. I lock it behind them. Valerie texts, handled? I reply, they asked. I said no. Mason calls later. Heard from doc staff. Want trespass filed? Not yet. Evening, emails flood in, Dad, reconsider. Brandon, desperate. Mom attaches an old family photo, all of us smiling years ago. Brandon sends an invoice labeled, sibling loan, $52,000. I delete everyone, my finger steady on the screen. Night settles, the marina quiet except for waves lapping the hull. I sit in the cockpit, reviewing security cam footage, them arguing on the pier post-rejection, Dad's arms flailing, Mom crying, Brandon kicking his bag. Valerie's voice note comes through, proud. They showed their true colors. I save it. The warmth of her voice cutting through the dark. I stand at the bow. Salt wind whipping my face, when I hear footsteps. They're back, Dad leading, Mom and Brandon trailing. Kayla, wait. I raise a hand, stopping them cold. 5 years. Let's count them. Mom freezes. Brandon shifts, uneasy. I start, voice steady but sharp. Year 1, my 25th birthday. No call. I was alone in that motel. You posted Brandon's launch party. Dad opens his mouth. I keep going. Year 2, promotion to coordinator. Sent a group text. Read receipts, 0 replies. You funded his warehouse expansion. Brandon scoffs, business investment. I ignore him. Year 3, bought Drifter. Milestone. Crickets from you. You co-signed his supplier loans. Mom whispers, we didn't know. I snap, you chose not to. Year 4, director title. Salary tripled. Ignored my emails about achievements. Poured cash into his rebrand. Dad mutters, he needed it. Year 5, this week. Only contact when you need $52,000. Silence, thick as the humid air. I step closer, eyes locked on theirs. You erased me. Deleted my contact. Skipped holidays. Acted like I died. Now I'm alive with assets, so it's a reunion. Mom reaches out, voice breaking. Forgive us. I back up. No. Off my yacht. Permanently. Brandon lunges, face twisted. You owe, my radio crackles. 2 security guards stride up from the dock office. Ma'am, trouble? I nod. Escort them out. Dad protests, she's our daughter. Guard's voice flat, private vessel. Move. They grab their arms, guiding them away. Mom's crying now, real tears. Kayla. Brandon yells, selfish. I watch until they're specks at the pier's end, the sun setting fire to the water behind them. My phone rings, Valerie. Saw the cams. You okay? I exhale, a weight lifting. Better than ever. She laughs softly. They'll spin you as the villain. Ignore it. You protected your peace. I smile, the first real one all day. Couldn't without your backbone. Always, kid. Call anytime. Weeks later, news trickles in via Mason. Brandon's suppliers seized his inventory. The startup folded. Chapter 7 bankruptcy filed, assets liquidated. My parents remortgaged the house to cover his debts, but the bank foreclosed anyway. Sold at auction below market. They downsized to a cramped apartment in a rough neighborhood. I block every number, every email linked to them. Final sweep. Mason handles a cease and desist for their harassment attempts. Done. Clean break. Drifter sails fill with wind, the fleet growing under my watch. I promote from within, mentor new hires who remind me of myself 5 years ago. Luna ages gracefully beside me, her gray muzzle resting on my knee. Valerie visits quarterly. We cruise, laugh, plan, nothing family related. True family shows up when you have zero to offer. They stayed gone until I had plenty. The lesson burns bright, blood means obligation only if you allow it. I choose who boards my life now. Peace anchors deeper than any chain. I end that final moment on the pier, as the guards dragged them away. I saw it all in slow motion, Dad's face crumpling in defeat, his bravado gone. Mom's tears, no longer an act, streaming down her cheeks. Brandon's smug grin shattered, his voice cracking as he yelled. And me? I stood tall on Drifter's deck, the wind in my hair, Luna at my side, a rush of triumph washing over me like the tide. Catharsis. Justice. Mine. Karma doesn't always need a fist. Sometimes it's a locked gate, a steady voice, and a life built so strong they can't touch it. Self-respect wins. Hypocrisy loses. Hold your boundaries, and you hold your power. If this story gave you that sweet rush of justice, smash that like button, subscribe for more epic tales of payback, and share your own revenge story in the comments below. You know there's more where this came from. Click the next video and keep the karma coming.